Namaskar. Good morning to all of you. Thank you very much, friends from the media fraternity who have come here on our campus and all those who have joined online. We are extremely glad and happy to have you amongst us here today. As we know, media is called the fourth pillar of our democracy. Without a vibrant and responsible media, it is not possible to do anything effective within a democratic setup like our nation, India. Media plays a vital and essential role in educating the public about the good and bad in the society. It also plays an extremely important role in disseminating news, information, and knowledge. One of those good occasions is today. We as a school, IIM Bodh Gaya, are extremely proud that we have launched an integrated program in management, a 5-year course for young and aspirant learners around the country. It is on this occasion today that we would like to talk to you and discuss and point out some of the key features of this course which we are offering to all the young aspiring learners across the nation. With that said, I would now humbly request our Honorable Director, Dr. Vinita Sahai, to address the media.
So good morning to you all. It's so happy. In fact, as a team, we are so happy to see you all here. बहुत दिनों के बाद आप लोगों का स्वागत करने का सौभाग्य प्राप्त हुआ. So welcome to campus. Many of you have been on campus, have been constant supporters all through our journey. As you already know, that we, as IIM Bodh Gaya, we were established in 2015 in the state of Bihar by Ministry of Education. So it has been more than 5 years for us. 4 batches have already graduated. The 5th batch is graduating on 20th of April this year. So an invitation in advance to join us on that day as well. 20th April, 4 p.m. is the convocation time of the 5th batch of IIM Bodh Gaya. So since inception, we have been running our flagship MBA program. Last year, in our humble effort to bring in, build in, make more teachers and researchers for the country, we launched our PhD program. So we feel very happy to share that we already have about 5 scholars on campus. And this year we decided something very courageous for a new campus like ours. But I think it was very, very important for us to do that. We are preparing professionals for business and commerce. And as we already know, that a student who graduates out of class 12, the conventional method has been they were given options to get into engineering if they've taken physics, math, PCM as they call it. PCB went in for medical and so on and so forth. But for the commerce graduates and for the people who are otherwise interested to join the corporate India, there were very, very limited options available, especially from the Institute of National Importance and Eminence. So they all had to wait till their post-graduation to get the necessary grooming, knowledge, and skill building to join the corporate India. As our economy is booming, I think we need many more talented, meritorious students to join corporate India. So we thought that as an institute of national importance, and especially in this part of the country, which is Bihar, which is the richest provider of the most precious resource, which is human capital, we thought it is imperative for us to do something in that arena. And that is the reason this year we are launching 5 years integrated IPM, as we call it in our lingo, integrated program in management, which a student after class 12 will join, and then we will graduate after 5 years as a full-fledged professional ready to join the business, commerce, and industry. While we decided to do it, we were very, very clear in one thing, that the only thing which we want to do is promote meritocracy. We wanted to be extremely fair, transparent, and completely meritocracy based in the selection of our students. Somehow, after class 12, the opportunity to join the corporate India should be available to every 17, 18-year-old across the length and breadth of the country, in not just in metropolitans and tier 1 cities, but also the remotest corner of the country, across the social and class structures. It should not happen that the school education should be a privilege of some selected few. It should be available to everybody, every student who wants to join corporate India and has merit to do so. So that's why when we decided to launch it, we were very clear that we want to have a selection process which is such fair, transparent, just, and completely meritocracy based. And that is the reason, rather than doing it any other arbitrary way, we decided to take help of National Testing Agency, the best in the country available, the national agency which is there for testing. So this year we are launching this program with a test called JIPMAT, Joint Entrance for the IPM program, or Joint Integrated Program in Management Admission Test, JIPMAT, which is going to test students across the country. And we know that this is a COVID era, so we wanted to give this facility to the student to appear for a test. We all know that proctored examination is turning out to be quite a myth. So we know that if meritocracy has to prevail, the examination should be conducted so. So NTA will conduct in the center, but we have chosen 78 centers across the country. So parents will have this huge advantage of taking their children on the center very close to their houses. We have kept the entrance fees very, very nominal compared to what is the prevalent scenario. And as I said, we just want to promote meritocracy. We just want to make sure that the opportunity is available to every bright young girl and boy. We are also promoting women to join this course. So that's why there is also a supernumerary quota available for girls. That's our way to empower women. We also wish to create a curriculum which is very, very distinctive. I think आज के तारीख में हर पेरेंट का, स्पेशली 17-year-old पेरेंट का एक बहुत कंसर्न होता है that how do the children do something on which we all grew up. That is to play games, to play sports, be mindful, do things other than just being on the screen. So our curriculum, as my team colleagues will share with you, is ensuring that we are taking care of all other aspects of a student's welfare. And as I said, once we get the best students, and of course, issues like language, English, all these things, since it's a long course, we are assuming and we consider it to be our responsibility that we should be able to groom them in 5 years that they're going to stay with us. So that's why only criteria in which we're going to take our students is the merit or the talent that they possess. So it's a very humble effort on our part. Even then, some students, even if they are from different class of the society, the need-based financial assistance would also be made available, so that actually we touch lives, which is what the job of education is all about. So it's a very humble effort. हमारी तरफ से एक शुरुआत है देश के हर प्रॉमिसिंग बच्चे को जो कि 17 से 18 साल के हैं और अपनी जगह बनाना चाहते हैं कॉर्पोरेट में, बिजनेस में, कॉमर्स में. हम हर उस स्टेक होल्डर्स को ये अपॉर्चुनिटी के बारे में बताना चाहते हैं, इसलिए हमने आज आपको बुलाया है. so that, even if we are launching this year, I think every student should get to know it. And as was my colleague was mentioning, that no matter, even if a nation creates opportunities, the responsibility of disseminating the information about this opportunity lies in your hands. So हमारा काम पढ़ाना है, हमारे पास अच्छे बच्चे तब आएंगे जब आप हर इस अच्छे स्टूडेंट को इस बारे में बताएंगे. So that's the reason we have invited you over here. And of course, any questions, my team would be more than happy to address. Meanwhile, we are also giving you the details. So I would now request my admission chairperson, Prabhat Ranjan, to give you details about how we are going to select our students. Thank you so much for coming. Those who have come on board online and those who are physically here on our campus, a very warm welcome to each one of you. And we are together in this journey of creating the best talent for the country. Thank you so much.
Good morning, all of you. As ma'am has already told you that the examination will be conducted by NTA. So I will give you some more details about the examination and the selection process. The application form will start on, filling of application form will start on 1st of April 2021, and it will be on live for the complete month of April. So it will end on 30th April. The examination will be conducted on 20th of June in the afternoon session across 78 centers, 78 cities across India. The eligibility of the candidates are, they have to be passed the class 12th with 60% either in 2019 or 20 or appearing in this particular academic year 21. Apart from the class 12, they also should have at least 60% marks in class 10th and in 2017 or later. 5% standard relaxation are for SC, ST, PWD and transgender. The overall selection process will be based on the GPMAT score as well as their class 10th and 12th score also. So we will take GPMAT score 70%, 15% score will be taken from their class 10 and class 12 scores. The total number of seats are 50 as gender neutral and 10 supernumerary for the girls only. So we will take 60 students in the first batch. And we expect that the batch will start in August 2021. So June the exam will be there, July the result will be there, and from August we expect the batch to start. So now I hand over to our chairperson IPM, Professor Ravish Krishnamurthy, to discuss in detail about the course curriculum.
Thank you, everyone, coming here and listening to us. We'll, the IPM program of IIM Bodh Gaya. How IIM Bodh Gaya IPM program is different from other programs. So, Madam will starting first.
So, when we hear the word of management, the first thing which comes to our mind is trust and that security. So, whosoever is passing class 12, because that child is very naive and he is focusing on building a very promising career. So, for that, IIM, a brand, would be the, let's say, the definite path which he wants to choose. So we as IIM BG are trying to build on that brand heritage of IIM, where we are trying to promise a culture. We are trying to float a curriculum which will help in overall, or rather a holistic development of a student, wherein he'll learn of various dimensions, the breadth and the length of what society is all about, how one has to talk about the developmental aspects. So everything has been included in the, let's say, a very diverse curriculum which our team has designed. So over here, there are two things which Sir would like to highlight upon when it comes to the IPM program.
So IIM Bodh Gaya, the Bodh Gaya means like we live in, we build in the mindfulness. That is our focus, and that's what we want to inculcate to our students. The mindfulness is today's need. Like when we look into the pandemic itself, everybody started talking about the need of mindfulness, the emotional intelligence that you need. And see, across the universities in the world and everywhere, especially if you look into Harvard, there are many research that talk about the importance of mindfulness, how mindful leaders are, handling the business in a very effective manner. So we, as IIM Bodh Gaya, we want to translate our student. We want to inculcate the mindfulness practices and the well-being to the students of Bodh Gaya. That is how we want to differentiate our program.
So to define about our course curriculum and just to give certain pointers, so we have categorized our course into 3 different dimensions. That is enabler course, the core courses which are available with us, as well as the enhancement courses, wherein we are trying to build an analytical rigor. We are trying to build some problem solving skills, as well as we are trying to build societal awareness, because it is very much important for us being a part of the society to understand what is going on with the society and how we can contribute our bit to that society. So that is what our course curriculum is focusing upon. We have, because right now we have already witnessed pandemic, so we have included mindfulness. We have our own very mindfulness center where we are talking about well-being, and we are actually helping the students as to learn and to incorporate it in their daily lives.
When we talk about management, the management has a various aspects. So in our core curriculum, that one of the most important aspect is communication. So we have course which we have in across semesters. We have course on communication, and it's health. Every person's health and mental health is very important. So that we focus on sports, yoga, and drama, theater workshop that inculcate them. Then we, analytics, that is the next part of management core aspect. So we have courses where enhance the skills and analytical aspect, like a mathematical course, statistics, which enhance the skill and the analytical part of the management. And we have courses on all core managerial aspects. So all core management courses that we are teaching across semester in portion by portion. Then not only that, we as a student of a management should know about the economy, to know about the people in the country, to know about what is happening. So we have courses on economics, we have courses on history, we have courses on the culture of the society, because a manager is not that a person unaware of person. He knows, he need to know all the things, only then he can really manage, and he can come with the really the things which is needed to society. So we included all such things to our curriculum, so that it will give an overall holistic picture to the student.
Apart from that, there is one thing which is very unique to us, that is semester-based system. Because in a trimestral pattern, as we already have been dealing with the trimestral pattern, so students who have just passed their class 12, so they are, we have been talking about, they are so young and tender minds that they need time to learn and to imbibe in their daily lives. So we are offering a semester-based pattern, a semester-based system in IPM program, which will be offered by IMBG. Then there is something which is very unique based on the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. We have also included the rural immersion program in our curriculum. Apart from that, we have student exchange program with our international ties from different countries, per se, Venezuela, Israel, Morocco. So all these ties which would give the students a global perspective, a global enhancement which would be imbibed by them. Apart from that, as ma'am has already mentioned about the financial assistance which would be provided on their merit, on their need basis. So that would be dealt by the IMBG, and we will be highly supportive to the students from different realms of the society.
And when we talk about IIM Bodh Gaya, like when we look into third generation IIMs, which is there in across the country, we have a certain advantage. The advantage in terms of infrastructure. Like you all know that Bodh Gaya, we have an international airport within 4 kilometer surroundings. We have a well-connected railway, that is Gaya. And we have overnight, like the Gaya railway station has a Rajdhani that can be connected from Howrah to Delhi. And we are connected with the road. And it is a, you can say, I don't know whether we can say international city, but when we look into the international tourists, that is coming to Bodh Gaya. That is, there are in a year more than 10 lakhs international pilgrims are visiting the Bodh Gaya, and 4 to 5 lakhs national tourists that is coming to Bodh Gaya. And Bodh Gaya has all other facilities like this hotels, then taxi facilities, then Swiggy, Zomato kind of things. So all the facilities are there. We are in the campus, and more than that, the things which is unique about us is we are in the campus itself. We have a hostel facility inside the campus. We have a stadium. We have dedicated sports, badminton court, volleyball court. We have all the facility, and academic building is also very surrounding to us itself. And our constructions are in the progress. So we, very soon that we will be moving to our own campus. So that is something that which is unique for Bodh Gaya that maybe other IIMs may not have at present.
Now we are open for questions.
I think many of you have come after a long time. You must have seen the pace at which our construction is going on. So we are building about 60,384 square meter. It is heavily barricaded, so possibly you can't see. But let me tell you, the second slab of hostels have already been done. So it is perhaps one of the fastest growing campus in the country right now. There are, on average, I think in last 3 months, there have been 600 workers on site on an average basis. And it's really going very fast. And the advantage we would have is 600 hostels coming in that part, and 400 hostels we have already. So in times to come, in about 2 years' time, you can expect 1,000 student hostel here on campus, which usually takes years and decades for campuses to come up. So you can imagine, and that to what my colleague was mentioning, already in the center of the city. Like, we are not a campus which is 30 kilometers away from the town. We are 20 minutes from the airport, 20 minutes from the station. So you see, when it comes to the parents, when it comes to the families, when it comes to the students, we are already in town. And mostly, the hostels are there inside the campus right from day one. So these are huge advantages. And as I mentioned, the biggest advantage that we want to build in is we have been known as a center for mindfulness. And the one thing, if you really read the latest Harvard Business Review, the lead article is saying that in today's time, especially in COVID time, the biggest qualification needed for humanity is mindfulness. So today's youth, which is much in different space than what you and me were, need that part the most. So besides teaching, so she will mention it, rather than trimester, which is very taxing on young minds, we are following semester, which will give them reflection time, assimilation time, and then we would ask them to play. वो खेलना जो बच्चे भूल गए थे, हम चाहते हैं कि वो बच्चे भरपूर खेलें, इसलिए हमने उस स्टेडियम को टूटने नहीं दिया. आई थिंक हम इकलौते आईएम हैं पूरी कंट्री में जिसके पास एक फुल फ्लेजेड स्टेडियम होगा. ये हमारी एक छोटी सी कोशिश है बच्चों को वापस खेलने के लिए प्रेरित करने के लिए. खेलेगा इंडिया, कूदेगा इंडिया, बढ़ेगा इंडिया. और खास तौर से ये जो हम आत्मनिर्भर की बात करते हैं, जब बच्चों को यंग पकड़िए आप, कैच देम यंग, allow them to dream and facilitate them to fulfill their dreams, especially in the realm of business, commerce and industry. So we are focusing on what we are supposed to be focusing. So उसमें हम चाहते हैं कि बच्चे जल्दी आए. हम यहाँ पे इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर, इनोवेशन सेंटर खोलेंगे तो पहले दिन से सोचने लगे हैं कि ठीक है, क्योंकि इतना तो हम सबको समझ में आ ही गया है कि इंडिया को आत्मनिर्भर भी बनना है और एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप इज अ वे टू गो. नौकरी ढूंढना से ज्यादा नौकरी क्रिएट करना इंपॉर्टेंट हो गया अब देश के लिए. तो जितना जल्दी हम उन बच्चों को पकड़ेंगे, उनको सिखाएंगे कैसे उद्यम लगाए जाते हैं, कैसे इंडस्ट्री खड़ी की जाती है, कैसे बिजनेस वेंचर्स शुरू किए जाते हैं, ताकि वो बाद में जाके नहीं, वो शुरू से अपने उन सपनों को साकार करने की दिशा में चल सकें. तो एक छोटा सा प्रयास उस दिशा में है. आप लोग कुछ सवाल पूछना चाहते हैं तो मेरी टीम हाजिर है.
हाँ, थोड़ा माइक दे दो हर्ष.
अच्छा मैडम, मैं ये जानना चाह रहा हूँ कि जो हिंदी मीडियम से आपके पास बच्चे आते हैं, उसके लिए आपके संस्थान में क्या सुविधा दी जा रही है?
आपका नाम?
शिवशंकर सिंह, सौराष्ट्र भारत, SBN न्यूज।
शिवशंकर जी, ज्यादातर बिजनेस स्कूल की एंट्रेंस में बहुत बड़ा परसेंटेज रखा जाता है पर्सनालिटी असेसमेंट, कम्युनिकेशन असेसमेंट में। अभी अगर आपने प्रभात, जो कि हमारे एडमिशन चेयर, उनकी बात सुनी होगी, हम सिर्फ मेरिट पे बच्चे ले रहे हैं। ये बहुत ही बोल्ड स्टेप है मैनेजमेंट एजुकेशन में। कभी कोई इतना बड़ा
मतलब
रिस्क नहीं लेता है।
जो एग्जाम पास करेगा,
जी बिल्कुल,
क्वालिफाई करेगा, उसका
बस सिर्फ कंसिस्टेंसी इंपॉर्टेंट है। तो इसीलिए हमने उसको स्प्रेड कर दिया है कि 10वीं का एग्जाम, 10th एग्जाम, 12th एग्जाम एंड आवर टेस्ट। बेस्ड ऑन दैट यू जॉइन अस, वी विल टीच यू हाउ टू स्पीक इंग्लिश। आपने देखा होगा मैं जानबूझ के हिंदी में बीच में बोलती हूँ, क्योंकि मैं सबसे पहले तो इन स्टूडेंट्स को सिखाती हूँ कि भाषा तो भाषा है, इट्स जस्ट लैंग्वेज, इट्स जस्ट मीडियम। व्हाट वी नीड टू teach you, train you is communicate better. So yes, if you are speaking in your mother tongue, more than welcome. Language we will teach you, the environment will teach you. 5 years is a long time. If we cannot groom them in 5 years, sorry, shame on us. Shame on us. We have to train them. We have to bring them to that level where then what is needed in corporate India. और आप सब लोग भी देखते ही हैं कि सिर्फ अंग्रेजी बोलने से तो अच्छा बिजनेस नहीं होता ना। बिजनेस अच्छा होने के तो और भी बहुत आयाम होते हैं।
लेकिन मेरा कहने का मतलब यह है कि एक सरकार का मिशन है कि भारत में हिंदी की प्रधानता दी जानी चाहिए। उस विषय में अगर कोई बड़ा इंस्टीट्यूट कुछ पहल करता है, इसलिए मैंने यह सवाल आपसे पूछा।
आपके हिंदी के सवाल को मैं हिंदी में एकदम बेहतरीन तरीके से कोशिश कर रही हूँ जवाब देने का, और मेरे से मेरा मतलब है हेड ऑफ द इंस्टीट्यूशन, फाइन। और बस एक्चुअली तो मेरे जो एक हमेशा से एक कोशिश रहती है एज अ टीचर कि हमें अपनी हर चीज के बारे में कन्विक्शन होना चाहिए, और भाषा उसमें से एक है। तो अगर हमने अपने स्टूडेंट्स को गौरव से अपनी भाषा, अपनी पद्धति, अपनी चीजों को बारे में महसूस करना सिखा दिया, तो दे विल ऑल्सो स्टार्ट ट्रीटिंग लैंग्वेज जस्ट लैंग्वेज, and their confidence would be beyond the language. And yes, we don't want to reinvent the wheel. It will be futile on our part to translate the text. Why? We will just make them learn English as well, and then have this conviction that language is a language is a language.